Hi and welcome back to It's America with Beauty. My name is Brandy and I am a beauty review channel. Today I am doing my Full Face Friday of Makeup Forever. If you like Full Face Fridays, make sure you hit that like button. And if you like Full Face Fridays, makeup minutes, reviews, or unboxings, I hope you will like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. And let's get into the Full Face Friday of Makeup Forever. So I did already prime my lids with my Makeup Forever concealer. This is the Ultra HD. This is a self-setting concealer. But just because it's the shadow, I did go over it just a little bit with the Makeup Forever powder. That is the Ultra HD powder. So Makeup Forever has actual palettes, but they also have these cool ones that are customizable. This is one that I made with just two eyeshadows, a blush and a bronzer slash contour. So they have some pretty cool like items. And then I also found this was on sale on their website not too long ago. I'm not sure if it's still available. It does look like this. And these are like all either satins or shimmers. There is no true mattes in here. So they actually came with a book of ideas and I think I'm going to try it. So this looked really cool to me, so I think I'm going to try it out. First I want to go over my lid with this bronzer color, just kind of so that is all I'm going to take from that palette. Next, I'm going to go into this ME230. So this ME230 is this shade right here, and it is basically making like a halo eye. So I'm going to put this on the outer portions of my eye, and I'm grabbing a packing brush because this is a satiny type shade. So then I'm going to do just a little bit on the center, inner corner of the eye. Next I did is put some concealer on the back of my hand. I am going to just work this crease. So next it says we're going to put this S404 in the center of that halo. And I am going to adjust the outer perimeters once I get these shades on. I'm definitely not an expert at this, so I definitely have to adjust usually. So when I tried this out the other day, not this particular look, but these shadows, and when I am using these now, I find that they are pretty powdery in the palette. The ones that are not in the palette, they're individuals, work relatively well. But these ones take forever to get any source of shade on your lid. It's really quite annoying. I'm actually going to try spraying my brush. I didn't the other day because I suspected that it was going to get hard pan, but at this point if it's not usable, it's not usable. So I'm going to try it with a wet brush. I am dabbing extra moisture off on my hand. So it does look a little crazy right now. There is one more shade that they say to put in it, and it is this turquoise shade right here, and that one is called D236. So I'm going to put that just on the border of the yellow. So next I'm going with my primer. I did purchase the hydrating base primer. I actually pan an entire bottle of this. I would have bought the full bottle, but the full bottle wasn't on sale when I purchased it. The travel was. I really like this primer. I think it works really well, and it's really good for dry skin. They have different versions of it. So they have like one for oily skin. It has, I don't remember if it says clarifying or mattifying or what it says. There's probably 5 or 6 different ones. So they have more than these 3 foundations. They have a velvet matte. They have a powder that I actually got rid of because it was the wrong shade. But I will tag up in the cards my Makeup Forever foundation test. I actually tested 4 foundations in one video and kind of gave you an idea of what might work for your skin. When I have the Makeup Forever HD stick, I have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD liquid. And then I have the Ultra HD Makeup Forever, or excuse me, Makeup Forever Reboot. So this one actually probably is the prettiest in the skin, but it's fragranced so heavily I actually have problems using it. I usually end up sneezing really bad. I usually end up having problems with my allergies all day. So I think I'm actually going to use a combination of these two. You definitely don't have to combine them. You definitely can use them on their own. They're stunning. And then I also have this Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Palette. It does look like this. I am going to grab this shade to do just a little bit of color correcting under my eye. If I remember correctly, they don't have more than one of these. It's just one for everybody. And I think that is why the color corrector is so deep. That way people that have deeper skin tone can use it. This is on the border of being too deep for me, but it does work and does white out my under eye, especially when you combine it with that HD concealer. It looks really good. That's actually on clearance on their website right now. I believe that is like half price or something like that. So if you're interested in that, it's one that you can get on sale right now. Okay, let's do foundation. Okay, we do concealer. This concealer is self-setting. So 2 things can happen. One, if you let it dry just a little bit, it increases the coverage even more. But if you let it sit too long, it actually will set and it's harder to blend out. So I do work relatively quickly with this one. And I do find this one does look really good under the under eye. I don't find that it ages me. I don't find that, you know, being 42, if it's any different. I personally can't really get away with Shape Tape anymore. It's really difficult. I have to really hydrate my under eye if I want to. And this one tends to work really well. So I am not going to use my cream bronzer today because I do want to test the other one. But that's what I had been using out of this. Kind of layering them, and I really liked it. But I want to try it alone. So I want to powder my face first. And this is more of a, you can tell there's powder on your face type powder. Like some powder, like the Fenty, if you don't overuse it, you don't even look like you're wearing powder. This isn't as finely milled. It does have a great blurring effect, but it is very easy to overdo it. So I always just go over it and kind of dust off and make sure I don't have anything excess on my face. Next, I'm going to go back in with that powder bronzer out of this palette that I made. So you get a deal on Sephora's website, and I believe on Makeup Forever it's the exact same thing. So you could do, like I did, 2 cheek and 2 eyeshadow, or you could do 6 eyeshadow, or you could do 3 cheek. Like there's a deal if you buy them all together. If you don't put it in the right palette or the right number, it won't discount. It's kind of odd, but it is what it does. I find that Makeup Forever's powders are more about being built than actually being super pigmented on first try. Like, I don't know if you noticed with the eyeshadow and now with this as well, it does take a little bit to get it going. So I do have another little mini palette. I actually got this pre-built from Sephora. It does look like this. This has a blush and a highlighter in it, and this one again was pre-built. I bought it at Sephora. It was really easy. It was cute. I believe it's still on sale if it's still in stock. So I'm going back in to this one. I'm going back to the highlighter. This isn't my favorite highlighter shade. I'm not into the more goldy, champagne-y tones. However, if I do another Makeup Forever order, I will order one to go in my little kit, and I'll move those two shadows out. I have a shadow case for those. That is that. I'm going to go off camera and do my brows. I ordered a Makeup Forever brow a while back. They had a sale. I think it was right as pandemic started, maybe right before. And I did get the Total Taupe. It's too warm. Taupe typically is a cool color, so I thought I was going to be safe. It's way too warm, so I probably will use that as an eyeliner. But I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my brows, and then I will be right back. So I did just fix the tail of my eyeliner and did add my little bit of a highlight on the brow bone. I am going to use a little bit of my L'Oreal Lash Primer. I used this mascara the other day, and it actually worked okay, but it wasn't enough for my lashes. And I don't think it's fair to the mascara if I know my lashes are harder to handle or kind of wild. They grow like straight out. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of this on, and then I will do the mascara and eyeliner. I'm not going to wear a liquid eyeliner today, although I think it would look really good with this look, because I do have to work today, and when I sweat, it will transfer and ruin this. I don't have a black eyeliner from Makeup Forever because I do have so many liquid eyeliners from boxes and everything else that I just was not about to purchase one just for this video. I do want to use products I already have. I don't want to just purchase things just to purchase things. I am going to take in that palette the green shade that I put on the inner corner of our halo, or inner side of our halo, and I'm going to run that right around the bottom line. I'm going to leave the center of the eye blank. I'm only going to go to about halfway. Then I'm going to take that yellow. I think that yellow is just a powdery color because the green worked great. That yellow is not doing anything. That is how that looks. So now let's move on to mascara. I did receive this free in one of my orders, so the fact that it doesn't work perfect, I'm not really going to complain, but I did want to try it. It's the Excessive Lash. I actually thought it did okay. I just thought it wasn't good at handling my lashes because they're kind of pains in the butt, so that's why I wanted to use a primer this time. I don't think if you have hard to handle brows or hard to handle lashes or anything like that, or even hair for that matter, and you can blame it on the product, that's not what it's claiming it's going to do. This is really easy to layer, I will say that. It doesn't, I didn't have any issues with clumping when I used it without my primer, and I thought it did relatively well for not having a primer.
And it was because I just built and built and built and built and built.
I don't like waterproof mascara, and there's very few mascaras that don't. In the humidity of where I work, it's just not even a thing. So I am going to go in while that's drying. I'm going to go in with my lip liner. I actually have two. I have one I got on sale last year or early this year, and that is in Go Ahead Pink. It does look like this. And then I have one I've had for a really long time, and it's probably expired, but I don't care. Whatever Walnut. I am going to use the Whatever Walnut. Their eyeliners and lip liners are very buttery and just go on very smooth. I'm going to go back to that eyeshadow palette, and I am going to grab this like champagne-y color right here, and I'm going to do my inner corner. Next, I'm going to jump back to the eyes. I am going to use this eye pencil. This is in Absolute Emerald. Does look like that, and it is a true emerald. It's very pretty. Both Makeup Forever and Urban Decay are my favorite eyeliners for the waterline. And well, ColourPop too, but if high-end, it would definitely be Makeup Forever and Urban Decay. But I only buy them when they're on sale, but when they are on sale, I do typically buy a few different ones because I use a different color in my waterline every single day. So that is the eyes finished. I did receive this lipstick free in my order, and it's called Rouge Light. The packaging does look like this. And it does look like this. It's just almost not quite a cotton candy pink, but it is pretty fair. And it is easily manipulated or changed by putting a different lip liner on. So that is the finished look. This is a full face of Makeup Forever. So we go over the products really quick, and I'm going to do this in fast motion just so this video is not any longer than it already is. The Makeup Forever primer, I really do love this. After I use some primers, I plan on getting the full size. I would have bought the full size, but they were out of stock because of the sale, so I did get a travel trial. If we look at the foundations, I did use these two together today. And the stick and the Ultra HD, they are my favorite. I do use these most often. The Makeup Forever Reboot, I actually love this on the face. I love the way it does my complexion and everything else. However, unfortunately, it has such a strong perfume. It's very hard for me with my allergies. So that one does not get used as much, unfortunately. The powder, this is the Super Matte Loose Powder. I actually think this looks beautiful. I have not used any setting powder at all, and I think it looks like skin. I don't think it looks powdery. Did a really good, but again, I did dust it off. As I said in there, if you don't dust it off, it can look very powdery. So the concealer works fantastic. It works as a lid primer, as concealer, and as touch-ups. I do have a very light shade. I got a little lighter than I really would have preferred it. However, if I was going to use it for blemishes, I definitely would get a deeper shade. Contour color corrector, I actually really like this. This cream bronzer is in the color corrector, the only two that I've used. The bronzer looks beautiful. It really does build with the powder really well, and that color corrector I think works fantastic. My under eyes pretty much white it out, so I like it. The palette, if I didn't get this on sale, I think I'd probably be mad at it, and that could have been why it was on sale, but it is, if you look, it's already getting hard pan in the pink and in the yellow. This purple one up here and this one down here are fantastic. They worked great, but unfortunately, if I hadn't paid, I think I only paid $14 for it, which isn't cheap, but it is drugstore pricing, so I'm not super mad at it. This one, that is the Dual from Sephora. It's just a pre-built palette, basically. I think those work fantastic. I don't have any complaints. The only thing I'll say is they are a little powdery, and so they can blend away if you're not careful, so you do have to sometimes build a little bit. I don't mind building, it doesn't bother me, but I just like to give it FYI. Their pencils, they do keep their pencils all in one like product, and you have to look for lip, eye, whatever. So my lip products I love. I don't think I have any complaints. Actually, really all of them I have no complaints. And that green is just a really vibrant green. I think it looks beautiful. And the last two things are the mascara and the lash, or the mascara and the lipstick. The mascara, I don't think using a trial is enough, and using it a couple times is enough to really say. So far what I've used, it's not my favorite, but I don't think that would be the end all decision on this one. And then I really do like the lipstick. It seems kind of funny even to say this, but it does have almost like an aftertaste. Like you can taste it. That's not as pleasant. But the lipstick does look beautiful, and it does stay on for a really long time. So I do try to just ignore that portion. So that is my Full Face Friday of Makeup Forever. If you like Full Face Friday, I hope you will like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Don't forget on Monday I do my Makeup Minutes. It's Makeup Minute Monday, and then on Wednesday I typically have a variety of items, either reviews, tutorials, things like that. And then on Fridays is always my Full Face Friday. If you have something you'd like to see from Full Face Friday, I hope you will post below. It does not have to be a brand, it could be a style, all cream, you know, all powder, something like that. Just let me know and I'll be able to help with that, and I hope you guys have a great day.